Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Center Lane. I got a beach version for you today. Just got out of the water. It's kind of rough out there for the surf, but Sunday's looking good, so we'll look forward to that, right? Anywho, I'm going to talk about the debate last night between DeSantis and Newsom. Honestly, I was kind of, why did he even have it? It's probably one of the best questions. I would say, looking at it objectively, it's more about the future than 2024, because Newsom said it best. One thing I can tell you, Ron, is that neither one of us is going to be the candidate in 24, and he's right. They're not. Neither one of them are. Newsom probably has a better shot, honestly, of it than DeSantis, just because Biden, could dip. He could duck out. He might, because they're just getting more and more pressure, and he was getting nothing but older. So that could happen, and it could happen with Trump too. So either way, but anyways, back to the debate. I thought it was Sean Hannity did an okay job, but they spent most of the time talking over each other, which I really hate that, let the other guy talk. We're supposed to, that's a debate, not an argument in the dinner table with everybody shouts loudest to get heard. That just, on both the guys, but particularly DeSantis. I think Newsom even said, hey, Ron, take it easy, man, and he was right. DeSantis was getting amped up, which is kind of good to see him in his natural state versus the canned responses he gives, generally speaking, on the debates between the Republicans. He sounds like a robot doll. So he was himself, I'll give him that, but I don't know. Neither one of them really, impressed me that much. I thought what's interesting is the topics were all, things where DeSantis should shine, although I was really disappointed about the homeless conversations, because that's something that is a national problem. And to sit there and say, your homelessness is worse than mine, is like saying, my neck is more broke than yours. Both our necks are broken, you know what I mean? So what is being gained by this kind of pissing contest about who defecated on what sidewalks? Listen, I live in Florida. I don't know how they get their numbers. I just know where I live. I live in a medium-sized city on the East Coast, Central East Coast, and I live downtown. And there is it's everywhere, and it's sad because people have all their belongings. If they're lucky enough to live in their car, then they're doing good. But those cars are just completely packed down. People have grocery carts, all kind of things they've rigged up. There's homeless camps everywhere. Look, it's bad. And I know California's got it bad. And you see the pictures, and Ron went ahead and shared one, which he wasn't supposed to do, oh, by the way. They said no props, but again, they let DeSantis get away with some stuff that they shouldn't have. But it's Fox News. What are you going to do? Newsom knew that going in there, it's going to be tilted a little bit against you. But for whatever reason, back to the topic at hand, what can we do about it as a nation? Because I went to go see my daughter in Colorado a couple months ago, and it was rampant there. Me and my wife went to Nashville last year for Christmas. Rampant there. So it's not just California's problem or Florida's problem. It's a national problem, and we need some better answers rather than, what we got last night, which was really not much of anything. So that was kind of a disappointment for me. Okay, so where do we go forward with both these guys? I'll start out with Newsom, what his future probably looks like to me. He's the governor of California. He could, I think he has an opportunity, if he wants to, in the next 4 years to become a senator. I'm not sure where his senators land as far as when they're up for re-election. I know there's one now going on because of Feinstein. So the problem with him is I think DeSantis and both are done with their terms in 26. So there's 2 years where neither one of them will be probably an elected official. They'll be out of the game, which could be good and bad. To have an office gives you some clout, it does. But then again, when you're kind of able to freelance and be a talking head on one of the news programs or something, you can keep yourself relevant that way as well, like Chris Christie's been doing, for example. So that could happen for him. Will he be a player in 28? I think he has a decent chance of being a player. Yes, I'm trying to think about other people out there that could cause him, some competition for the nomination. Even though he's left, he's really working his way to the center, and he's doing that for a reason, because he wants to, he wants to be president. He's wanted to be president since he was 15 years old. That's, he's been in the restaurant business, which I like that about him, his family, and he has been as well. But his goal has always been to be president of the United States. He's one of those people that wants it. So he will have the challengers in 4 years. It's kind of hard to say at this point in time who would rise up there. You always got Mayor Pete, who everybody loves, and Amy Klobuchar would probably still make another run for it. Elizabeth Warren, she's out. Bernie will be out. I like Cory Booker. Will he want to give it another shot? He might. I think he's got a lot of passion and a lot of energy. I like him. So that's kind of what he's looking like. Now, DeSantis' future is a little more interesting to me because I know a little bit more about him being from Florida. First off, he's not going to get the nomination, so he's going to come back and he's going to govern hard to the right for the next 2 years and try to build up his record. He's going to have some problems there, though, because half the things that he's calling victories aren't really victories. They're in the courts, and a couple of them have already been overturned, and there's more to follow. The biggest one being Disney. Disney's going to win that case, and he knows it. They tried to push back all the trial dates. They've been dragging their feet to get it to 24 because Disney wants to go up in front of a judge, I think in May. And they're fighting back and forth about that. But there's a really good chance DeSantis is going to lose that. I mean, not more than a good chance. He knows it. He's a lawyer. He knows what he did was not right, you know, and the way he did it. So that's going to be a ding against him. Of course, the drag shows and all that, that's already been lost in court. I mean, they're still fighting, but that's a losing battle. He's going to have some skeleton in his claws, and he's going to have some losses. So it'll be interesting where he goes from there. Now, he can't run for anything as far as senators go because they're both locked up. Rick Scott and Mario Rubio just won, and Rick Scott's running now. And, you know, I think he's going to probably win. Rick Scott's a dog, man. I'll tell you, when he's in a race, he's a dog. So I'm pretty sure he's going to get it again. I'd like to see, I can't remember her name now, it's not from South Florida, get in there. I'd love to see Stephanie Murphy give him a shot, give her a run, but she's not going to run. She's awesome. Democrat, if you guys don't know about her, look her up. She's really, really good. Blue dog Democrat in center lane, very smart, Vietnamese boat person, but she was a little baby when they brought her over here. Otherwise, she could run for president because I think she's that good. But Stephanie Murphy, remember that name, for the senator, for running maybe perhaps a future senator out of Florida or maybe even governor. But so you got Rick Scott, and Mario just won, so he's not going to be up for another 6 years. So basically, when DeSantis is out in 26, he doesn't have another path as far as an elected position. He's not going to be able to run for senator, either one. They're locked up before 28. And, you know, he won't take Congress again. I seriously doubt he would do that, or mayor or something like that. He won't do that. I don't know what his future plans are. I think that's why he ran now. This is kind of like it for him, because let me just tell you why I think that. In 28, there's some heavy hitters on the Republican side that are going to be back and are going to be coming up. And he is I know he's trying to get the MAGNA people now, lock them in. And what Newsom said last night is, you know as well as I do, Ron, you know, when you lose, you're going to go ahead and you're going to endorse Trump because you want his people when he's gone in 4 years. And if you don't do that, you can kiss it goodbye. Having said that, there's some people there. Youngkin from Virginia, the Governor Youngkin, he's going to be coming at 28. Kristen Nunu from New Hampshire, he's going to be coming from 28. Kim Reynolds from Iowa, she's going to be coming in 28. From Arkansas? Huckabee, she's going to be running. So there's some people there that he's going to have to really, rise above. And it's going to be tough because he won't be in office anymore. And these people some are becoming stars. I mean, Sununu, I like Sununu a lot. If he ran, I would definitely give him a look. Even though he's a Republican, I can see myself voting for him. I don't know enough about Youngkin. He seems a little bit, too much to the right for my taste. But he has a good message, and he has a good, And DeSantis doesn't have a good message. He's got a good message for the base, MAGNA base, and that's it. In a general election, I think he gets smoked. So I think that's why he's going all in now, and you're seeing him kind of, it's all or nothing for him. I don't know. And I think it's going to be nothing. And I think after Iowa, he's going to come in second. I think he'll beat Haley out, but not by much. And Trump's going to beat them all by 30, maybe 35. Then you go to New Hampshire. He's going to get smoked there. Then you go to South Carolina. He's going to get smoked there. So, Meatloaf says 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? But he ain't getting 2 out of 3. He's going to have maybe 1 out of 3, and that 1 is going to be a distant second place. So all in all, I think that for him, it's, he's going all in. And he's only 45, and things can definitely change. And, he could come back 10 years from now, 8 years from now, whatever, and be a player again. I don't know. If he would go back to how he governed for us the first 18 months when he was first elected in 18, then I would say yes, he was good, but he drank the Kool-Aid, man. COVID gave him, he might have gotten COVID of some of the brain cells there, and totally ruined his message and limited himself, and now he's paying for it. So that's his problem though, right? Just don't make it ours, Ron. Anyways, husked it off of his butt for a while. So that's what I thought about the debate last night. You know what? There's another one. I'll do another, I'll watch the Republican one next week, although it's really Trump is over 60% now. As much as Haley is supposedly rising, which she's doing better than DeSantis, but nobody's even coming close to Trump. And I just don't see that changing in the next 6 weeks. So Maybe I'll be wrong. We'll see. Anyways, have a great day. Have a happy holiday. I'll check in here in a few days after that Republican debate, and we'll talk about it then. All right? Have a great day. Bye.